Play Store. Load money into your account and you're good to go. Just dial 3311 across all networks for free and be unstoppable. Standard Chartered, here for good. Terms and conditions apply.
Yo 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 yo.
Hey, brother Naba, Manchester United mascot is back.
Now Winston. Because let's welcome this man. It's Today you have to speak to us in a language. Good job.
So good job. It was powerful.
I mean, I like one thing I really liked was the control. When there were issues, I like the way you spoke to the guy.
And you see, he used his education degree.
I mean, you did well.
Like, clap for yourselves, and they all clapped. Preacher Churchill.
At that point, there was a lot of noises here and there, and so we felt that the police could do the job. And on stage, one of the panelists, when we invited him, he asked us whether we had security in place, and we said, "Oh yes." He said, "Please get a military tour because I know how things could be." And so eventually, when it happened, he was telling me, "I told you." So we're hoping the police could do the job, and they were still,
they were struggling
here and there.
Wow.
So the director, Yao Forsen, said to me, "You know what, Winston, please step in." And then I said, okay. So I got up not knowing what to say. But, we said a few
just
things.
like Winston Churchill.
Oh, my God.
He found something to inspire not just the people present before him, but the whole nation.
You did so well.
Charlie, we loved it. We loved it.
It was a fantastic weekend for multimedia.
Win
the awards.
Oh, stupendous weekend.
Me Lord.
Yeah. I like that statement. Me Lord.
Somebody's learned friend. Counsel himself.
Oh my God. Counsel. Congratulations to our colleagues who wanted to win. We totally swept the awards.
Oh yeah.
10 of us. 10 of us.
I think 13 of us.
13. No, 13 awards. Won by 10 of us.
10 of us.
But something you won alone be 5 more.
That would be good. No, that would be platinum.
One time.
Platinum. It wins everything.
Me Lord, you do. I hope we're having Me Lord on the show today.
Me Lord will be here. Me Lord will be here, Charlie.
Today we'll get to know Me Lord.
I like
we're going to find out. Yes, we're going to find out who the man is. We'll get under his skin small. He won't be able to block us with any of his legalese today.
Yes.
Today, we are digging deep. We are cross-examining.
I'm telling you,
Me Lord, Samson Lade Angenini, Ghana's Journalist of the Year.
The last part, you pronounced that well.
Anyenini.
Lord, we are waiting for you. Please, fast.
One time.
Chaotic birthday. This is happy birthday to Reverend Collins Edu and team of Global Prayer Palace, East Legon. This is your golden jubilee. We wish you God's blessings and favor from your wife, Mrs. Joyce Edu and team, and your son, Caleb Yao Edu and team. Very, very important. So
wow, I've got a few. So this is a special one, okay?
Yes.
Do you know Anthony Kwame, the youngster? So you know the school behind multimedia, the youngsters.
Okay.
Yes. So the youngsters cluster of schools was founded by Mr. Anthony Kwame, the youngster. He turns 85 today. So a special birthday, chaotic birthday shout to him.
That's right.
Let's do a couple more. This one came to us via Twitter. So it's the birthday of a very special young lady, Petrina Nyako. She turns 12 today, and her father Simon Nyako says, look, may the Almighty God continue to protect her and grant her wisdom to grow and become a responsible woman. Now I want to say a quick chaotic shout to two people who are listening. First of all, a chaotic shout to Ni Ejiri Boche. He's tuned in and listening in Koforidia. Best to him. But also This is a young man I'm very, very proud of. Okay, he used to work with me. Steve Wache Yadom.
Oh, Steve.
Yes, you remember Steve, don't you?
Yeah,
yes.
Great, Steve.
Steve has just graduated from the University of Siena in Italy.
Beautiful.
With a master's degree in public and cultural diplomacy.
Beautiful, Steve.
Or international relations.
Yeah, congratulations.
So our next foreign minister.
Yes.
Congratulations. Very well done, Steve. Very proud of you.
So the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN.
Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank.
Here for good.
And Nivea Men Deep range of products. It's time to go deep for real freshness with 48-hour protection from sweat and bacteria and 48-hour deep moisturization with the Nivea Men Deep range of products. Beautiful. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
That's right.
They are the official sponsors of Real Madrid, and this week their brand ambassador is Samuel Odame. All right. So imagine having a soundtrack that simply reflects your mood every day of the week. Now imagine getting money every week just because of that song. Amazing, right? Well, thanks to MTN, you could win up to 1,000 cedis weekly, 4,000 cedis monthly, and the grand prize of 15,000 cedis with the MTN CRBT promotion. Just download your favorite song via any of MTN's Caller Tunes channels. Copy Caller Tune or renew your existing Caller Tune and win big because we're good together. Send the word START to 1355 or dial *1355# to subscribe today. Terms and conditions apply. We there for you everywhere you go. Now this month at Standard Chartered, we're all celebrating you, the client. So over the past 120 years, Standard Chartered's customers have been an integral part of their business. Their product and processes have all been structured and put together with you in mind. Now, as a token of their appreciation, they are giving you 50% off everything in UK brand stores across Ghana. So from now on, from now until the end of this month, you can visit any shop with any UK brands shop in Accra Mall, Junction Mall, West Hills Mall, Achimota Mall, and Marina Mall, and get a whopping 50% off. Further, from October 26 to October 30, you pay nothing for all mobile money transactions done on SC Mobile. They remain grateful for your custom and your continual feedback. Thank you for choosing Standard Chartered. Remember, they remain Ghana's #1 digital bank. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And your car deserves the best treat. Introducing the latest addition to the Total Quartz engine oil family, the Quartz 9000 Future 0W20, specially conditioned and developed for the latest generation engine. Total Quartz 9000 Future 0W20 delivers excellent engine protection and cleanliness. It increases your oil change interval while reducing your fuel consumption. For optimum performance and efficiency of your car, go to your nearest Total service station and ensure your car is well protected. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. Total Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
It was a long weekend, a good weekend, I should say as well. We enjoyed so much football, so much sport, and records again came tumbling down. Can we just do this? We're back for a weekend, Kojo. A very good weekend of sports in football. Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane took charge of another Clasico win at the Camp Nou.
Back in the lead, and he does it. Ramos the man. Neto went the right way but couldn't get there. It's superbly taken. He didn't blast it this time, and it's Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. Neto, it's fallen to Rodrigo. Now Modric. Neto out of place, clever. And Modric with the finish. The Clasico goes back to Madrid. 3 points for Zinedine Zidane's champions. Barcelona in tatters at the end, and it's Luka Modric with brilliant footballing intelligence.
Yes, Real Madrid halted their poor run with a 3-1 win over Barcelona. Italian champions Juventus were held by Girona. Lyon beat Monaco by 4-1. And the German giants Bayern Dortmund, were definitely looking good at the weekend. In England, Liverpool won against Sheffield United. That win stood out because the hugely anticipated game between Chelsea and Manchester United ended in a disappointing draw. Manchester City, Arsenal and Everton could not find the wins, but VAR stirred up enough controversy.
It's not because he's behind the goalkeeper. You don't interfere in the goalkeeper at all. So it started with the VAR, but it was the same with the penalty against City, was the same with the situation against Liverpool, but it's what we can do.
Without a doubt. I'm interested to see what everyone else says, because I spoke to the lads about how many penalties they get here over the last 2 seasons. They're miles ahead in Europe. It's a really clear penalty. VAR is here for those decisions. They're not always easy on the eye straight away for the referee on the pitch. I completely get that. No understanding why it didn't get given.
The red card was a joke. I think that, I don't know why. Maybe the fact that there were a lot of talk about, everyone knows that it was not a red card. But we are going to appeal.
VAR adding so much drama to the game. Chelsea denied a penalty there. Arsenal were denied a goal, and Everton were worried about a point as work hard, to Sardinia. Reaction to come on the continent. Morocco's RS Berkane beat Egyptian club Pyramids 1-0 in the CAF Confederations Cup final to win the first African title. And in Formula 1,
Michael Schumacher is still one ahead in terms of World Championship titles, but he is no longer the record holder of Formula 1 Grand Prix wins. That now belongs to Lewis Hamilton, who puts another claim on becoming the greatest Formula 1 driver of all time.
Oh yes, Lewis Hamilton passed Valtteri Bottas to take a commanding victory in the Portuguese Grand Prix and break Formula 1's all-time win record. Reactions to Canberra first. Expect this man when the Ghana Premier League begins on November 13.
It's a chase for Gian. He's 1-on-2. It is Gian. He's in the area. He scores! A goal of individual brilliance from Samoa Gian. It's Asamoah Gyan. It's 2-1 Ghana. Score early on. Gyan is on target. Picked out by his captain. Gyan's the man.
No repeat, no surrender. More feteke, and say Akuma, Linda, Barbara, Monica, Jessica, Pamela, Sarah, Kiki, Nataina, Mudina, Tomo, Muyogo.
Okay, keep nodding. Black Stars General Captain Asamoah Gyan is set to join a club-based club, Legon Cities, on a 4-year deal. We expect an official announcement by the club later today. My colleague Haruna Mubarak has more on the story.
A deal between Ghana's all-time top scorer and Legon Cities has been agreed, with the official club announcement the only thing remaining. As part of the deal, Gyan's management team asked for teenage sensation Matthew Enim Kujo to be signed as well. Joy Sports understands Gyan will also earn about $1 million in salary over his 4-year contract, as he will receive an annual salary of $250,000. The 34-year-old has featured in the English Premier League with Sunderland and dominated the United Arab Emirates League. Gyan has scored 51 goals for the Black Stars since his debut in 2003. Asante Kotoko had been linked with the 34-year-old all summer, but it looks like Legon Cities will have Gyan in their squad next season, alongside Wizkid Matthew Kujo.
Right, we know we got about 18 days to start the new Ghana Premier League season, and we're looking forward to that. We continue our build-up here and expect huge announcements from the Joy Sports team with what we've got for you with regards to the Ghana Premier League this season. So it'll be interesting if Gyan, gets onto the pitch at the Accra Sports Stadium. Quite a number of guys will go and watch that game. But we need referees to ensure that everything is done well. And as part of preparations for the upcoming season, referees and assistant referees in the Southern sector vie for selection to officiate in the 2020-21 football season and underwent physical fitness tests at the Cape Coast Stadium. 36 referees and 33 assistant referees were at the venue for the fitness tests for selection as Premier League referees. Referees manager Alex Cote says much potential has been identified.
We have identified very young referees, who have very good stature. Now refereeing is about your stature, okay? And so we have identified a lot of young ones who we think that given the opportunity can actually excel. And so the assessors and classification panel are here. They are making their observations. We have the technical instructors. We have the referees committee members who are also here. So all of us are making observations. We want to make sure that this time when we are presenting the list, it is not just going to be one person presenting the list, but then it must comprise each and every group who we think that can make an effort, can make a contribution into the selection of the list. So that is what we are doing.
Referees manager Alex Cote speaking there to Joy Sports. Now, let's move away from the Ghana Premier League. Ghana Football Association Technical Director Bernard Lippe is keen, just on developing a football identity for the country, which will run through the various national teams. The German was appointed by the FA earlier this month, and after watching the national teams play and train, insists establishing a philosophy soon is vital.
Football is not so difficult. It's everywhere same in the world. You only have to different kind of organization, different kind of a structure, different kind of coach education, which is very, very important to develop a country in football. And we have to find out the DNA of this country. That means we have to develop a national football philosophy. I cannot decide this. I need the help of a lot of people here to define the DNA of this country and then follow a way, a very structured way, through children football, through youth football, and organize everything and bring it through the youth national teams to the top.
Right, there was local tennis as well. If you missed it, you have to check us out there because there was good stuff at the Crossport Stadium. Although there was no top seed participation, the just ended professional category of the McDonald tennis training matches. Finalists Mariana Ibrahim and Johnson Aqua put on star-studded displays to be crowned champions of the men's and women's singles respectively. We love that. Now on the continent, Morocco's RS Berkane beat Egyptian Giants or Egyptian club Pyramids 1-0 in the first one-leg Confederations Cup final to win their first African title on Sunday. That was only yesterday, so it was really good stuff for them there. And I'm sure what's left is with the CAF Champions League semi-final game that was postponed, and then we can see that final. Now, though, it's a good time to talk about the Premier League. Oh, it's a very good weekend of English Premier League football. It depends on which side of the fence you are right now, though. Some of you you still have hurt in your hearts anyway. Don't worry, it will all be fine. Let's start with the game we saw between Arsenal and Leicester City. That was an important one because Thomas Partey was giving his official first start there in the English Premier League. Played a good game, but Arsenal lost there by 1-0. Jamie Vardy scoring the goal, and Mikel Arteta, the manager of Arsenal, was a bit worried about the Ghana's disallowed goal.
It's not because he's behind the goalkeeper. You don't interfere in the goalkeeper at all. So it started to the VAR, but it was the same with the penalty against City, was the same with the situation against Liverpool, but it's what we can do. We cannot change that. The referee made the decision, VAR made the decision, game is over, we lost 3 points.
Chelsea, Manchester United, 2 goalless in that game as well. There was an incident. The Blues captain, as Vegeta, was hauled to the ground by United skipper Harry Maguire, whose left arm was wrapped tightly around the Spaniard's neck. Well, there was no penalty. And the Chelsea boss, Frank Lampard, was not happy.
Without a doubt. I'm interested to see what everyone else says, because I spoke to the lads about how many penalties they get here over the last 2 seasons. They're miles ahead in Europe. It's a really clear penalty. VAR is here for those decisions. They're not always easy on the eye straight away for the referee on the pitch. I completely get that. No understanding why it didn't get given.
Do you agree with Cesar Azpilicueta that perhaps the referee should have come and had a look at the monitor?
Yeah, they've done that at the start of the season. He gives it if he looks at the monitor, because I don't think he'd be able to explain not giving it. Surprising. They have time to look at that as long as they want. Sometimes they take 3 minutes.
Still more to worry, if you're a Manchester City fan, because there again, the Jew 1-0 with West Ham United. They're looking for the wins, they're not quite coming. Here is the Manchester City boss, Pep Guardiola.
2 great saves from Fabianski. You did have the chances. Do you feel some regret that you didn't take all the points?
Yeah, of course. We had the chances. The second half we didn't win. We don't shoot on target, and we create enough when set 10 players, defending so deep, so it's always difficult to find, but we found the spaces and we had the chances.
Right then, the last remaining unbeaten record of the Premier League season was ended as leaders Everton crashed to a defeat against an impressive Southampton at the St. Mary's. We're still waiting to see Mohamed Salisu, that's for a fact, in the Southampton shirt. But anyway, we'll have to stick with what happened in the game. Everton boss Carlo Ancelotti was not happy with the red card issued to Digne.
The red card was a joke. I think that, I don't know why, maybe the fact that there were a lot of talk about Pickford, Richarlison against Liverpool affected the decision, because everyone knows that it was not a red card. But we are going to appeal, because I think to lose a player like Digne for free game is not fair.
All right then, Liverpool beat Sheffield United by 2-1. Important one for them. Let's find out what happened elsewhere in Europe. Here's Joy Sports, Moses Yeboah.
Real Madrid spoiled what could be Lionel Messi's final El Clasico at the Camp Nou, beating their bitter rival Barcelona 3-1. The league defeat is Barcelona's second in a row, while Real Madrid got back to winning ways. Sevilla lost at home to Eibar, and Atletico Madrid beat Real Betis 2-0. Napoli's game with Benevento in Serie A on Sunday turned into a family affair as brothers Lorenzo and Roberto Insigne played against each other and both scored. But with Lorenzo 3 years ahead of his younger brother got all 3 points as Napoli won 2-1. Romelu Lukaku scored as Inter Milan beat Genoa 2-0 away, and AC Milan remain top of Serie A ahead of their clash with AS Roma later tonight. Unstoppable Bayern Munich forward Robert Lewandowski scored a hat-trick as the defending champions thumped hapless Eintracht Frankfurt 5-0. Bayern have moved into second place with 12 points from 5 games, one behind RB Leipzig, who beat Hertha Berlin 2-1. And in the Ruhr Valley Derby, Borussia Dortmund thumped Schalke 0-4 3-0 to remain third on the table. And Moise Kean scored his first goal for Paris Saint-Germain as the French champions moved top of the Ligue 1 standings with a 4-0 home victory against lowly Dijon.
Okay, now let's do Formula One. Lewis Hamilton is certainly a name we're going to be hearing for some time to come. Uncle White loves Formula One, but before we hear from
Uncle
I
love this man.
I can see that.
I love Lewis Hamilton.
Let's jump into the report. Special one put together by Joe Wilson.
For 20 laps there was some doubt in Portugal, but once Lewis Hamilton overtook his teammate Valtteri Bottas, he raced in his own world. The victory margin, 25 seconds, summed up Hamilton's dominance in the current era. His 92nd win confirmed his all-time status. Hamilton's almost magical skill is to push his car into fractional improvements that are beyond other drivers, but it's a partnership with his Mercedes team, and their mutual reliance was clear on Hamilton's car radio seconds after his victory.
Actually couldn't have done this without all of you. Thank you so much for continuing to believe in me, continuing to strive for perfection. It's such an honour to work with you guys. Thank you.
And you, Lewis, real honour. It is a real honour, genuinely.
92 wins indisputable, but statistics are only part of it.
And Uncle, we agree. There's more going to come from Lewis Hamilton. He's definitely winning the 7th championship.
Expect much more.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's been able to maintain his simplicity.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic guy.
Indeed, and he speaks up for what he stands for as well. You know, he doesn't shy away from issues. I saw that on social media he was speaking up for the NSAS movement recently. But he's such a great athlete, such a great performer. He's done so well.
Only question though is, would he be tempted to go to Ferrari at some point, knowing that Ferrari is like the powerhouse, the Real Madrid of the Champions League?
But I think there is some pride in having being able to beat the best with whatever you're given.
But what happens is that the best will come with an offer that you can, because you have done everything with Mercedes now.
Anyway.
Time now to go to Ferrari, is it? That's it for the Joint Sports Center. It's a Milord, you do all.
Oh yes, Milord will be here later.